All right, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh, Bahashem Rachakudash. Double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. Start with Elder Apostle Tahar on down. Also, I'd like to give double honor to the head and the elder of the Man of Israel camp, the Chazak, whom I teach under down here in Greenville, South Carolina. And I also would like to give another shout out, all right, to you, sincere Akim, you brothers out there that's pushing this word and this truth and all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. To y'all, I'd like to say shalom. All right, Salakia. And I'm coming back through the spirit and power, Yahabashiyan Washai, with another exhortation video. And pretty much I want to do a lesson going into how, Babylon the Great, all right, really, Babylon the Great being on fire is part of prophecy, man. All right, because you got Jakes out here, not even just Jakes, but Edomites as well, that think, Babylon the Great ain't going to be destroyed, man. All right, the scriptures, all right, speak on that, man. And, with the Iran and, Israel situation, hey, man, at any given moment, America could be destroyed, man. Whether if y'all want to believe it or not. We seeing the prophecies happen, man. We seeing Yahweh starting to stir at these nations, man, to come against Babylon. We seeing it, man. We seeing it right before our eyes, man. And I just want to, get a couple scriptures proving that America is going to be destroyed by what? Fire, man. Nuclear fire at that. And also not even just with the nuclear fire, but also with the chariots, the so-called UFOs as well, man. All right, even the so-called UFOs today is going to come and destroy Babylon, man. So it's getting double the fire, man, So I want to kick it off with the book of, let's go to Revelation, chapter 9, and we're going to start at verse 12. The point is really in verse, like 18, 17. I'm going to read all down. But anyway, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. And it says, one woe is past, and that one woe that was past was what? World War One. All right. So that was the first war that was passed. It said, behold, there coming two woes more out there, and that's talking about World War II and World War III, which World War II already took place. All right, now we're just waiting on what? World War III, man. And that's, fastly approaching, man. At one time it was tearing, but now it's not even tearing anymore, man. All right, it's fastly approaching, man. Because from World War II to World War III, that was roughly about, 80 years ago? 80 years ago. That was almost a century, man. Almost, So that wasn't long ago, man. You still got people that's still living that fought in that war, man. Verse 13 says, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of man. And who is the third part of man? The third part of man is Esau, man. You so-called white people. Y'all the third, all right, part of man. All right, you got three classifications of man. You got the sons of God, which are the Israelites, right? You got the sons of man, which are, the other heathen nations. And you even got the sons of the wicked, which is the third, right? The third part of man, which is the sons of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, man. So it says to slay the third part of man. Not only just the third part of man gonna be slain, but you even gonna have the other heathen nations, and as well as our people that's gonna be slain. But in this verse, it's talking about the third part of man, which is Esau. It says, verse 16, and now John, now you gotta understand too, John. This is John getting a revelation of what's about to take place. So he's about to describe the missiles, all right, in this verse, in verse 16. It said, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. and I heard the number of them. You see? And when you add that up, that equals up to 200 million, man. I was about to say missiles. It really ain't gonna be 200 million missiles. It's gonna be 200 million warheads, man. Because in those missiles, up to like 20, maybe like 20, 30, warheads could fit in those things, man. Could fit in a missile. You see? So it says, in the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in division, and them that sat on them having breastplate of fire. Now let me do this. Missiles. No, yeah, missiles. I'm gonna get an image of a missile. Damn, Edomite. We can use this one right here. What verse was it? Verse 17. Revelation 9 and verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplate of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone. You see that? It's describing the missile. Fire, smoke, and brimstone. That's what you're seeing. Out of their mouth issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. You see that? And that's the shallow it's going to be shot out of, right? When it be shot. And then next thing you know, however many warheads in there is going to hit. You see that? So it says, verse 18, by these three was the third part of man killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths, and their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. You see that? So Babylon the Great is going to get hit with over 200 million warheads, man. You see? And that's fire. That proves right there that America is going to get hit with fire, man. Even the book of Isaiah tell you when this war take place, it's going to be fought with fire, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, because that's how the ancient wars were fought. If you ever seen like the movie Gladiator or whatever, that's just a prime example. They had shields on, armory on, right? Swords in their hands, whatever. Any killer instrument in their hand. That's how, ancient wars was fought. They probably was on top of horses, right? Or maybe on foot, So that's how ancient wars was fought, where the blood can get on them, right? But this war ain't going to be fought like that, man. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this should be with burning and fuel of fire. You see? So this war that's about to be fought, it's going to be fought with fire, man. It's going to be fought with fire, no. It's not going to be fought with just armory and, you having a sword in your hand. No. That's how ancient wars was fought. Hey, you got to understand, these devils got so much technology. All these nations really got, newer technology now, man. It's going to be a technology war, This ain't going to be no war, where they actually got to, put energy and time in. No, they could just push a button. That's it. And the whole world fucked up. Just by a push of a button. But it's prophecy at the end of the day. And America will be on fire, man. Thus said the Lord, man. So let's go now. Let's stay in the same chapter. Well, let's go to Revelation. I thought I was still in that chapter. Chapter 17, I believe. Yeah, 17 and verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. The 10 horns is the EU, man. All right, those are 10 horns. All right, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast The beast being, of course, America, right? All right, these should hate the whore. You see? These should hate the whore. The whore is America. And should make her desolate and naked. So, hold on, let me read that again. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these should hate the whore being America, and should make her desolate and naked. Put this on down mute. It said, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. You see, so this place, America, their allies is going to turn on them, and they're going to get, part of those 200 million missiles is going to come from America. Part of them, not all of them. Part of them is going to come from, America allies. Because even America allies is going to turn on them, man. You see? It says, in these 10 horns, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. They're going to hate America, because America is that great whore, man. And should make her desolate. Yeah, how you going to make a land desolate? ICBM missiles. And naked, and should eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And I ain't literally talking about eat her flesh. I mean, it pretty much destroy this bitch, It should eat her flesh and burn her with fire. This place is going to be on great fire, man. Lord, we're going to do this place, man. Those missiles, like I said, over 200 million warheads is going to hit America, man. It's overkill. Let alone, like I said, the chariots, man. That's more overkill. The Lord's going to do a great number on this place, man. That's why he said in the book of Amerikkka that it should burn as an oven, man. For something to burn as an oven, that means it's going to be extremely hot, man. You know how you put your oven on broil? Hey, man, it's going to be hotter than that. The Lord is to be feared, man. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is to be feared, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of, and we'll probably just end it right here. Isaiah chapter 13. And we're going to start at verse 19 and read down to 21. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, ecstasy should be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did the Lord, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? He overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah by fire, man. All right? That's how he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, through fire, man. And, the Lord, Yahweh Shai even called, America modern day what? America would be modern day Sodom and Egypt. So the same way the Lord destroyed Sodom is going to be the same way he destroyed Sodom would be the same way he's going to destroy America, man. By fire, man. It said in the Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, ecstasy should be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So America will be destroyed by fire, man. All right? It's going to be by fire. That's the second death that you speak of, that we speak on, It says, verse 20, it should never be inhabited, neither should it be dwelt in from generation to generation. And that goes to prove to you right there, all right? That goes to prove to you that this ain't speaking of ancient Babylon, that is speaking of America, man. Because ancient Babylon, all right, is still being inhabited, all right, to this day. Because modern day Babylon ancient Babylon is Iraq today, man. Would be considered modern day Iraq over there in ancient Babylon. We ain't talking about, because you understand now. You got three different Babels, but we ain't talking about ancient Babylon with King Nebuchadnezzar and them rule. We talking about America, all right, which is Babylon as well. We talking about the daughter of Babylon, all right, which is America. Because like I said, for this verse, it says it should never be inhabited. It can't be talking about modern day Iraq, because Iraq is still being inhabited, right? It's talking about America. This is a future prophecy. That's why I said America will be destroyed with fire, man. This prophecy haven't happened yet. It says it should never be inhabited, neither should it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither should the Arabian pitch tents there, neither should the shepherds make their foes there. It says, but wild beasts of the desert should lie there, and their horses should be full of doleful creatures, and owls should dwell there, and satyrs should dance there. So only nothing but unclean creatures is going to dwell over here in the land of America once it be destroyed, man. All right, once this land be destroyed, nobody's going to inhabit this place but Babylon the Great. I mean, it's a lot but unclean creatures. Those are going to be the only ones that's going to do it here, man. All right, it's unclean creatures. You ain't going to have Jakes and these other nations dwelling here in America once it be destroyed, man. All right, whether if y'all want to believe it or not. Once this place is destroyed, it's through. It's done. It's over with. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had. All right, for all you Jakes that's out here saying Babylon ain't going to be destroyed with fire, hey, the scriptures back it up, and it's going to happen. The prophecy is going to show for itself, man. How about y'all see, they in the spirit of, I got to see it to believe it. So, hey, well, you just got to see it then, because we giving y'all the warning that this place is about to get ready to get destroyed, man. I mean, look at what's going on with the Iran and Israel war. Look how America is getting involved. Now look how Russia is getting involved. So that goes to show you, man, prophecy is about to be fulfilled, man. All right. So, Lord, when this video was edifying, I'm going to close it with giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honor to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. Start by Elder Apostle on down. Double honor to the head and the elder of the Man of Israel camp, the Chazak, whom I teach under, down here in Greenville, South Carolina. And shalom to Yisrael Akim. Shalom.